I know I'm supposed to be on here between 7 and 7:30. I'm here. I'm here. I don't even know what time it is again. I'm just starting again, but I know it's not 7 or 7:30. Ah, boy, 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 boy. But I'm here. I'm here. I am here. I'm showing up. Um, Let me get right on into this here, and that is, as you know, I'll read from my notes. So, um, I just want to let you know today. Hi out there. How are you today? I'm hoping that you're doing great. I'm hoping that you are doing great regardless of the matter of what's going on around you. I hope you're doing great because I got some good news for you. Sound like it's some bad news, but it's some good news because it's going to be awakening you to some things. And then when you go off to other people who are speaking about things, you'll know exactly what they're saying after a while, you know? But I kind of just give you the basics of what it is, you know, so you can look at what others are trying to say to you. So I just, you know, give you the teachings of my father. I give you the teachings of my father. And others can expound very greatly upon it. Um, but let me get started. And let me just tell you, we all have a good and perfect gift. A good and perfect gift. We all do. That's why when it is time to come together, God will make sure that that happens, you know. But until then, you just by yourself, which means soul. Soul. Remember what I told you. When you're by yourself, you are soul. Okay? And that's why God says that He has the ability to take soul and body off the face of this earth. That's why He separates the two, because when you're by yourself, you're soul. But when you become in front of another person, that's flesh. Okay? If you interacting with another person or you are doing something in your home or whatever, then you become body as well. So that's why God said that He has the ability to take both soul and body off the face of this earth. All right? Because again, I told you the other day, body came into effect when Adam wanted association with someone else, which was he wanted the opposite of him. He was ready for it. His heart was right. He was upstanding in it. Okay? He was ready. So that's what God gave to him. But then he started pointing fingers at the very thing that he wanted. And then that's when the Lord said, okay, you didn't think what I gave you was good. And also, you all are sitting up here talking t- about this and that and not holding responsibility on yourself. Hi, Cameron. You're not holding responsibility on yourself. You putting it on each other. Well, guess what? Okay. The very thing that I planted with you, which was flesh, now you got to go. You got to leave this place. And now you're going to go through that illusion, that delusion of a womb toward another place outside of Eden and into the new place you're going through, which is um, the wilderness. Yep, walk right straight through it, birth right on out of it, and now you're in the wilderness. And it's going to take you to get through that wilderness to bring it back to the Garden of Eden, and that's to do with trees, right? And I'm gonna talk about that too, about how what to do with trees, and But for right now, I'm going to uh, take you to the subject of the matter. Okay. All right. And thank you all for the like. Thank you for that like. As you coming in, press the like button. Do like, comment, share, and also subscribe so you can get more broadcasting when I'm coming out and coming to you about some things. Because it's some good news to me, just as well it is for you, as it is for you. Oh yeah, it's some good news to me as well because I came, I got it from the teacher himself to give to you, and this is also Bible edition. Okay, this is Bible edition. All right. Hi, typical. Hi. So let me get started. That way we won't be too long. Cause sometimes if it's over 40s, I get a little, I don't know, I get a little tired, and then I'll be like, okay, I gotta. But if I keep it under a certain amount of time, I'm good. But yeah, yes. So you know how it is that okay, if we talking about how your heart, and again, I'm gonna be looking at my notes, okay? Because that's me. I'm a note taker. Okay, the letter that's wrote, I read it. I ain't finna be like, I mean, I'll do it. You know, I I can do it, but I'm still needing to look at my notes. So again, as you are looking on, please press that like button. Press that like button for me and comment. Say hi. How you doing? My name is Shontey. Say hi, Shontey. How you doing? And I talk back. I do. I talk back. So again, your heart. Let me get started. I'm sorry. Your heart can be sore. You can have your sore heart. Hey, how you doing, Carter? I know what you mean, Carter. How you doing? How you doing, Carter? Okay, good. It's always good when you answer back. It's always good. Good. Good, Carter. So again, your heart can be sore, but know that the terror of death will keep falling on you. It will. It will keep falling on you until you're gone off the face of this earth. I mean, I know that a lot of people are out there screaming, hollering, and yelling over some grief or loss, or some pain, some hurt. And, you know, to you, you are in the right space. To you, you feel as though that's something that, you have a reason, you know. But the Lord is saying that reasoning is coming to an end. Reasoning is coming to an end. And he's going to judge the reasoning to what's behind what you're doing. Because he's not going to be worried about the reasoning. He's not going to be worried about the reasoning. What he's going to be is worrying about. He's going to be looking at you and what you're doing and what you find reason in doing. And so, yes, Carter, I'm glad you're good, Carter. So you can take and have reasons in what you're doing. You know, you can. But that doesn't mean that you can go and take your reasons behind what you're doing and give it off on somebody else. That's when it becomes a problem to God. And God will judge you. And he will have a problem with you uh, in your reasonings, because that reasoning will come to an end. It will come to an end. So your heart can be sore, but do know that the terror of death will keep falling on you until you're gone, until you're dead. Or, first, until you come with a sickness, whether, in the mind, and you can't think right, you can't function correctly, and then it comes down with a disease, and now you diagnosed as something. Now with that diagnosis, you believe for it, and now them symptoms getting worse and worse as you believing for it, and then your death. Uh, Hopefully for 20 minutes, up to 20 minutes. Bye, Carter. Bye now. I'll see you later. You come back here. Come back now, yeah, to get some of this word, because it's very serious that I have to say this. So, but overall, I got to get this word out because it's my time with God. I know you feel it's my time with you, but it's my time with God. Bye, Carter. So, so let's start off here. I'm gonna start off here. Again, I know that your heart is paining. I know that you feeling sorrow. You feeling it. You feeling it. What you believe it to be is real. It's real. Although the illusion seems to be real to you, because it didn't happen to nobody else, right? It happened to you. You back, Carter? You coming back? Okay. You back, Carter. You something else. You something else. So stop trying to distract me, Carter. I'm trying to read her. But anyway, if your heart is sore, let's start off here. If your heart is sore with sorrow and grief, which is what I spoke about yesterday, if your heart is sore with sorrow and grief, uh, this is still the definition. Oh, that's okay, Carter. That's okay. Um, but I'm gonna keep going. That means if your heart is sore with sorrow and grief, that means that you are still mourning. Okay, that means you're mourning, and even even when, let me say this, even when you're thinking that you are having a good time, you out there, you enjoying yourself, you thinking you having a good time. Even when you think you having a good time, you're not. You still brought back to your sorrow and your grief, your mourning of whatever it is that's about to come up, right? Because your heart is in the wrong spot. Your heart is in the wrong place. You still, if your heart is in the wrong spot, your heart is in the wrong place, you will be still brought back low, back to your mourning, which we spoke about being too low and being too high the other day in my video. You still will be brought back low, back to your mourning, and you will have no joy. Because the opposite of mourning is joy, right? Yeah. So you'll still be brought back low to your mourning, and you will have no joy. All right. So this is why the Father says to have joy. And you notice joy associated in the Bible means in the morning time. And you notice that the word morning is 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 connected to that. So morning, he said to have joy in the morning. So the morning time comes. See the pun on that? Do you see the pun on those words? The joy becomes in the morning, and if you are mourning, then you will not find joy. And that will come in the word morning, meaning the next day. So it's still an association with us pertaining to the day. We still have a connection with the day. So that word morning is connected to us ultimately. Yes, the opposite of morning is joy. Because you're tired in the morning. Anyway, yes. And you have to have joy because those are associations. It's joy is association. Once it's attached, the morning has to have that attachment of joy to it. Joy has to be attached to that morning. The morning comes, right? The morning comes. So that means that this morning gonna come too. Because we are earth as well. We carry a earth with us as well. So association is with us the earth and with this earth. Meaning us the atom with this atom. Okay? So all those things are association. So this is why the Father says to have joy. This don't mean to pretend on the outside, but to truly have it with you. Meaning with your heart. Your heart. You have to have this joy with your heart. That laughter comes with joy. The laughter comes unexpectedly. Especially when you want to be mad. You get that joy. It comes instead. Joy comes instead of that madness that you was thinking of doing to that person that normally would have affected you in some kind of way because it would have triggered something from the past or some kind of scar that you're still dealing with. But instead, you took on and did joy. The person next to you won't even understand. They won't understand why you took on this joy, why you laughing instead, instead of coming at them. They won't know. They will either ignore that you're laughing or they will think that you are directly laughing at them. Okay? They will think that you are directly laughing at them. And also, this is for spiritual content only. Spiritual content only. And for those questions that you have in your head, they will be answered. And then you will need to go to God in prayer so that He can give you the book of understanding and you get some more answers of what you really need from Him. Because I'm not the all in all. He is. God is. So, yeah. So, let me get off into how much this heart being sore means to you. All right? And then I'm going to end it with something. We might be a little bit over 20 minutes because it's 19:34 now. But sore, how your heart is sore and you're just going around letting everything from it off. If your heart is sore, meaning it's sore pain, this means it is still aching. It's still undergoing an ache and pain. Even through the good times that show up. you still aching in pain. It still shows up, right? You always sad. You always tired. You always in a array of different emotions. You're always doing something opposite of joy about everything on your body, right? And this is if you're if this state, if you're in this sore pain, this state of being in your heart, if your heart is in this area, this means that your body is still raw. Your body is still raw from the past. Okay? This means that your body is still raw from the past. And you still have not gotten over the past. I mean, you could have had a good time in the past, but that don't mean anything. There were things that happened. You know, there were things that you didn't see that happened. People people can have such a good childhood and they only be looking at it in the house of their parents. But they not looking at how, you gotta travel outside. You gotta go to school. But the government and all others will always return it back to your household. Even for some who has had a good household, they still will be about how, oh well, it still stems from something. And they will still be trying to look out for some sort of iniquity and try to attack that. That's what the wicked does. The wicked will try to find out some sort of iniquity somewhere in your life and pull from it. So if you are sore in your heart, that means that you are raw from the past. And the past means like from your former self. Like your former self is spoiled to the utmost degree. You done got whatever you wanted. You got attention you wanted. You see what I'm saying? Like with getting attention that you wanted doesn't mean that you did not have a a good or bad uh childhood. I mean, getting a lot of attention is still something most painful to you. I wanted to say that too. That even getting good attention from your mother and father is still most painful to you because you still, but you cannot fault them because reasoning, when it comes to God, reasoning is thrown out of the window. So if you get mad at them, you getting it. You getting it too. Not just them, you're gonna get it too. For whatever reasoning that you got behind what you should do. You cannot blame. God doesn't want us to blame anyone. He wants us to hold responsibility, which means that shows your authority and what you have in the place that you are in right now. You're there. And even if you bring them there, you're going to get it first. You understand? Sometimes they will, but guess what? You're going to get it. So raw means, according to the Father, is you will see that person in a vision. So this is when you start having visions and dreams, right? And interpretations of those visions and dreams. When you're seeing the rawness of a person, whether or not you coming up against them or whether or not they in your life right now. That means that person is in hurt and pain, sore. They sore of their bodies. You might not even see the exact person that you may be upset at. Because this come back from generations ago. That far past. That's a deep past. So it could be further than recent. And that person draws up from the dead and be standing right there before you, and you don't even know who that is because it's coming from another realm. other than the earth. So if you, let's say, rawness and all rawness that you are seeing or that you are being in, let's say that you see a person in a vision, or you see that person in a vision or in a dream, or you could see it from another realm. Some people can see from another realm that person standing right before them. Let's say you see that person right before you from another realm other than this earth, with their flesh dangling, falling off their bones. That's a representation of a sore heart. A sore, a heart that is sore pain within. That's a representation of a heart that is sore pain within. Okay? Also, as this flesh is dangling, falling off their bones, which this is also meaning sore bones, right? It also means sore bones. And what the Lord says, sore plex. He also says sore plex in the Bible. It means that. All right? And mostly if your bones are sore, which is to do with the heart, if your bones are sore, you can see things from another realm coming in and trying to touch you. Yes. You will see things from another realm coming in from not from this earth, but from further on, meaning demonic spirits, which means from the past, not from your former self, because we go through a numerous of illusions, a numerous of levels, and there are things still that's trying to attach themselves as you have gotten out that skin, that old wine skin, to get into your new wine skin. Believe me, there were other people in your skin that you were in, and now that you are made new in Christ, they still gonna try to be getting through from those other realms to get to you, because you left them. You left them behind. You're no longer there. You're getting further and further out of the depths of this delusion. And they not liking it. Right? You are uncovering the veil, and you are getting from the veil and or the sackcloth or the garment in which you was once in. You turn it up. You are ripping it apart from the bottom up. And you are no longer in that place anymore. And these demonic spirits are wanting you back. So they want to try you. So again, if you come and you see a person trying to touch you from another place, which is, they call what, dimensions. If you see a person coming from other dimensions, other than that's not from this earth, which is delusion, because you got the dominion over this earth, right? Over this earth, which means that anything that's not from this earth don't have no authority over you. That's what that means. It has no authority over you, and it don't got no visitation rights. That's why God says that it has no visitation rights if it didn't come from the womb of the mother. That's why God said that. It has no visitation rights if it did not come from the womb of the mother. So you having dominion over the earth is associated with visitation rights. And those things in which you left behind, even the former things in which is generational, and you got out of that old wineskin and you are now in a new wineskin, they have no effect on you. You have dominion over it, to move it away from you, to cast it down so that it will stay right in that dimension in which it was, never touching your earthly goods, meaning you and the earth you stand on. Trampling under your feet, meaning the earth you stand on. Trampling under your feet. All need to do, stomp on it. Right? So you will begin to see another realm coming in and touching you if it's raw going and it's going down and it's pertaining to their bones. Their bones. Right? The raw of the flesh and then their bones. If you see the raw of the flesh, you see that dangling from their body coming off. That raw, that flesh dangling. You'll see that raw coming off. That flesh coming off their body, off their bones. But if they down to the bones, you will see them trying to touch you and bringing on and taking and sucking the life out of you. That sucks the life out of you. Them touching you and they looking from if they have gone down in the hurt, that they down to the hurt of it, which they passed the rawness of the flesh. Now they in the bone. The going to the bone marrow. And bone marrow has fluid. It has fluid. As long as you got life, the bone marrow has fluid. But these people, these demonic spirits are going to try to take the life in which you do have in your bones from you. So that's the deep of the rawness of the flesh. So the rawness of the flesh is one portion of your heart being sore pain within you, and then the bones, the sore bones. That's the other phase in which you undergo. The last phase, the final stages. And they will try from another realm to touch you from that other realm, further than the earth. They come, and this is how they come. They come in a pale face. They come in a pale face. They face is pale, or what looks like powder on their face. Okay, and this is if you see in the spirit realm these things you see in your dreams, in your visions, if you have them. For some of you, you will see a person coming to you with a pale face, and it looks like it's powder all around their lip, powder all around their eyes. They eyes are pale. They look, it looks white. Their whole face may have some shimmering of whiteness on it. That means that person is sore at the bone. They are dry, and if they touch you, they are taking the liquid from your bones, which now you are dealing with dry bones. You'll be dealing with dry bones, okay? And you know that's in the Bible about dry bones. So the sore bones, you'll be dealing with the dry bones if they touch you. All right? So you don't want them to touch you. So this powder look that they have, it'll be all over them somewhere. And this represents dry bones. That's what I said. That it represents dry bones. And dry bones are what some people also get into. And why are they into it? Dry bones. Just why are they into drying bones? Why are they into trying to dry out bones? And why do some people want their bones dry? Because they still having heart issues over and over again. Why? What I said from the beginning. The heart being sore, pain within them. The heart being sore pain within them is a sickness, a death, and a disease. And it brings forth those things to what they call manifest on you within the delusion of your very being. And all you would need to do is cast them off. But you do need to get your heart right because it's in a wrong place. So this is why you must work on your heart because of the rawness of it right down to your bones. It gets sore and wounded, deep wounds. This is why it's in that moment the Holy Spirit is needed to cover those deep wounds so that you can get your heart right, so that it can be in the right standing unto God. And you can be able to look up, no more looking down in shame. But you can begin to look up in gladness. And then your day, which is the same association of Jesus Christ, your day, because guess what? He's at the door. The door is open. That is the day when the Lord is coming down. Your day can begin. And you can come through that door and rest in peace. So as I go on, let me tell you this as well. You'll be with the dry bones. You'll be You'll be physically tender because of your heart being not right, your heart being sore, pain within you because of something of your past or something of your mama's past or something of your daddy's past or something. You know, when people say you act just like your daddy, you act just like your mama stuff, but they say it in wrath or in anger, excuse me, or they say it like it's in against you. That's that. That's that. Yeah. That's that. So you will be physically tender, which stems from overuse of your physical body, meaning you are abusing your body, or you'll be physically tender because of injury. Injury that has been done to you by numerous of people or wherever you went to or however you got there. I mean, injury comes by by something touching you, but overuse come by abuse of your own self. You abusing it over time and just doing things you ought not to do out of obedience or out of disobedience and doing it in iniquity, which is the works. Iniquity is the works. And the demonicness of it. The demonicness of it spreads all over you and can also spread to someone else. You know? You can let those arrows off at somebody. So overuse or injury. Something happened to you that you didn't agree with. Right? And you saw it as what you saw it as. But God will not be, again, like I said it before, God will not be looking at the right you think you're in. He will not be looking at the right that you're thinking that you're in. Because you're gonna be thinking that you're in the right for doing something back to somebody, meaning seeking revenge upon somebody else. You'll be thinking that you're right seeking revenge, but God has something for you when he talks about revenge. He told you we are not to have revenge out on somebody. Vengeance is God's. Vengeance is the Lord's. All right? So God will be looking at the authority of you taking your place and hold responsibility with you and not them, you, because this will be killing you. He is concerned about you. This will be killing you, a soul, because you were soul first. This will be putting a killing to you, a soul first, and bringing you down to looking just like what I said, a pale face, which is of dry bones, past the flesh, the raw flesh thingy. And again, all of this is to do with the heart not being right. You understand? This is all to do with the heart not being upright, standing upright in righteousness unto God. So the effects of these is feeling the effects, feeling that pain has on a person, the effects that feeling, that feeling this type of pain has on a person runs deep. It runs deep. And a lot of people, if you go to therapy, they will tell you, and again, this is another therapy session for you. But this therapy is spiritual content only therapy. See, a lot of people ain't going to go that deep. They'll just go to the surface to please you and be biased towards you. But they're not going to tell you that even though you have the right to yell and scream at somebody because you want to, you don't. Because God is still going to be looking at you, even though you don't even know that you're not doing the right thing. You're not doing the right thing. You're not. You don't think you are, but you're not. You just adding on to your revenge tactics. And vengeance again is gonna be God's. And when He take vengeance out on that, you want Him to take vengeance out on joy rather than mourning. Because if you mourning, that means you in His way, and that means that you gonna get God. And He don't want that. He trying to take away all the other stuff, and you be in the way. Come on, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Carry your authority. Because in the midst of this, in the midst of this affected heart that's paining, that's so sore from something, and you in this grief and pain, which means that you are sad all the time or tired. You basically don't even want to get out of the bed, don't want to do nothing. You don't even feel like doing anything. Not even going to work. Not even going over nobody else. Not even stepping outside. Nothing. You feel nothing. Even when you do something, you feel nothing. Because you sore. You so sore. You so bitter on the inside. You so malice on the inside. You so wrathful on the inside. You so angry on the inside. You so all of the things I said in my video, those 6 things that I told you about. But let's get back to this. So when you are feeling those things in your heart, which your heart is not upright, it's sore pain within you. Well, this will cause terror of death to befall upon you. Like I said, this will cause death to fall, the death of terror to fall upon you. You know how it says that, this is because you know how it says terror come by day. This is to do with what the Bible says when it says terror come by day. And the horror comes by night. So horror is the night. So this is telling you that this is talking about the day. Your heart failing you, which goes into the joy, and that means that if you don't have the joy, uh, that means you are in the mode of the terror befalling upon you. And the terror is to by the day because you are painting it still. You still showing pain in that time. So guess what's going to happen at night? You're going to get the horror. But as for right now, we're talking about the day because there is an effect from whatever you bring from the day at nighttime that will catch up. You understand? The darkness will provide for you what you want, what you getting off into. This stuff ain't gonna befall on nobody else. Even though you got reasoning to do what you're doing, punishment is what it is. This punishment, this amount of punishment, this beef that you have towards somebody is going to befall upon you. Your soul is going to get all this stuff. Your body is going to get all this stuff, not theirs. And you can keep blaming them, keep getting upset at them, keep coming at them a certain type of way, even if you don't blame them. Because some people will find reasonings in their mind so they can keep doing something. Whatever reasoning that you find to make up mass manipulation towards what you're doing instead of taking your authority in Christ, then don't do that. Don't do that. Because that will take you up out of here ultimately. So, as it's talking about the mourning, mourning is the same as mourning, right? Because mourning means sorrow and grief, and that's the state of your heart. Your heart is in sore pain within you. So now what comes from that, what the ending of that is, no matter who you blame, no matter what you say, manipulation that you got for yourself to not to look at this, to avoid what's really in front of you, no matter what you say for reasoning. Guess what? This means this is because terror comes by day and horror is by night. And then the death falling upon you is the same as the befalling. Because that's what's going to be. This terror is nothing but death falling upon you. That's what that is. Terror is nothing but the signs the signs that you've been asking for. Lord, give me a sign. All the signs you've been waiting for upon what your heart posture is will be the terror by day. And guess what those signs will do? Those signs will be death falling upon you. And this is the same as the befalling. The befalling is these death of the terror by that day in which you don't find no joy in, or you are tired in, and you don't want to be here in, you want to be gone. You will find the befalling of death upon your head and begins to cover you on your way out. So joy, right? Joy. I'm going to say this last thing to you. Joy is to be in the morning. But if you're not with the right heart, then all else don't even matter. There will be a halt. And at that halt, meaning you coming out of that old skin into some new skin, you coming out of that skin into some new skin, you are growing. That's called growth, meaning you are consistently growing. You in a consistent state of growing into your now. And then the next day, your now. Then the next day, your now. Then that turns into weeks, months, and years. And you are consistently growing into that state. Once you are coming into those states and you stop at a halt, meaning that you stop growing at some point, all of that past stuff gonna catch up because that stuff that you left behind from that old skin, that old wine skin to get to the new, all that stuff it's gonna come on you. And it's gonna be 7 times worse. Why? Because it was 7 times the skin level then been eliminated off of you. It's going to be the 7 times skin level, the 7 times rams. These are different rams. It's going to be the 7 time rams that has brought you forth now that's going to be catching up to you. So it's going to be the 7 times caught up. That's for those who out there know what I'm talking about. This is going to be 7 times. That's why the Lord is telling you these words are not said for nothing. These words mean something in the Bible. Which when you go to read it, you understand what they mean for you. So those 7 other demons, meaning that it's not going to just be 7 demons. It's going to be 7 other realms of all kinds of sorts of demons from the first realm, demons from the second realm, demons from the third realm, demons from the fourth realm, demons from the fifth realm, demons from the sixth realm, demons from the seventh realm. It's going to be all sorts of demons from those realms that you left behind, noticing that you have halted and you stopped, meaning your growth has stopped. You no longer want to grow. You wants to die. And to them, you wants to die. So they coming for you to attack your soul. And then your body is going to be in pure death, meaning terror on that day. And that's ultimately going to take you off the face of this earth. You got to keep growing, meaning that you don't got to run away from it, from your past. You don't got to run away. That's why that is said. That's why they say you don't have to run away from your past. All you got to do is get from underneath it, meaning also to do with orgies. Stack on stack of people all on you. These are demons. These stacks on stacks of people all on you. If you had a dream where you in the bed and it ain't nothing but stacks on stacks of people all on you, as an orgy. And that orgy means that these are different realms, or different demonic spirits that has taken over your body. And I've seen this happen to someone that I was dealing with, where they were in the bed and I seen other demons on top of them, just laying on top of them. Other demons laying on top of them in the bed. And this was physically, I seen this. And I seen the other realm that was not an earthly realm, but I seen another realm. And they didn't see it. They just laying in the bed, not knowing. But they were still dealing with the hurt and pain, which they thought it was from me, but it was from their past. Things from their past still lingering on with them. So this is how I know this stuff, because I also can see into the spiritual realm. So that's why I can tell you this in this way. So, so do know that if your heart is not right, then all else don't even matter. There will be a halt in what you're doing, and death will take place. A death to your life, a death to your home, a death to your family, a death to your body. A death will take place. And examples of these is a sickness, death, or disease. Those are examples of those deaths that could take place and ultimately taking you off the face of this earth. That's the death. Final stages of your life that you are holding on to when you need to let it go. Let go of your life, which this is why God said, because of your heart posture. Let go of your life and gravitate to his. This is why he said that. Let go of your life. Don't worry about your life. Don't worry about your life. He's saying that for that reason, so that you can gravitate to the Lord Jesus Christ in that life. Because it says that he is the life, he is the life, and he is the light. Chakras ain't got nothing on Jesus and the statue thereof. People still talking about these chakras and these laws of attraction. Law of attraction ain't got nothing on Jesus. Laws of attraction ain't got nothing on Jesus Christ, that lamb of abundance, that lamb of added on to you. What are we worried about a law attracting law when there is no law? There is no law under Jesus. When we stand in heart posture right under Jesus, what do we care about attracting a law when there's no law under him? It's only bam, 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 added unto you in each stage of growth of your heart that you take in that posture. Each stage added on to you. Who cares about a law of attraction? That stuff up out of her. We got a lamb in place. We got a lamb taking place here. Care about no law of attraction or no silly boy, don't get me to talking about that crazy stuff that ain't got nothing to do with God, which is why some people keep talking about the Bible says this. He said in Joseph, it speaks about how he had a coat. I heard somebody say that. How he had a coat of many colors. That's the light of Jesus, the lamb. That's why the rainbow, that's Jesus. That's that signs and wonders from heaven. That's the lamb of Jesus. Forget all that chakra stuff. They care about that mess. Forget all that law of attraction stuff. Nobody care about that mess. And all them love signs. What is it called? What is it called? 7 signs of love or something? Love, whatever they is. I forgot what they is. Who cares about that love stuff when you got the love of God and you get underneath the Lamb of God? You ain't got to worry about the law. The law of attraction. What am I attracting? I don't even know. It's that stuff that men still get off into, which is the earth stuff. And you don't know how far in the earth deep that's going off into the past that's going to come catch up with you. That means that you are demonically used. In the demon possession, you got to get off. You got to cast that demon, because that means that's a demon on you. You have a demon unknown for some of you people that think that you're doing the right thing, messing with these chakras, doing this channeling, doing these palm readings, reading these signs. What you reading these signs for? Signs and wonders in heaven. We already got them. It came down when the lamb came down. The tribe of Judah. Mm, 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 mm. The lion, the lion and the lamb. The lion represented when he was on the flesh, and the lamb is when he walked in the spirit. The lion and the lamb, we already got representation here on the earth. We don't need no more. So some of you who think you're doing the right thing, you're going to have to let that stuff go, because you don't know, but you serving other gods. Because when those demons stack on you, do let me tell you, that's idolizing. That's the true definition of idolizing, and those things will manifest in your life. And those things that be mighty over you, tall people, that means those are your God. Let's stop doing these things in which we think is the right thing. Get your heart posture upright, standing under Jesus Christ. And those heaven doors gonna be open. Just as it is on earth, so is it in heaven. Like heaven and on earth. All right? So that's all I gotta say today. Hope you get it. Eventually some of you will get it. You'll understand what I'm saying. Right now you may not get it, but you'll get it. But some people who pray, it's already manifesting. It's you listening to this, it's already magnifying, because that's what I like to say. Because God said everything will be added unto you, not brought to you. So there is no magnification other than God, right? Other than God. That's it. But the magnification is already added on to us. And that's what we're going to be looking for. Okay? We're going to be looking forward for the added on to us, meaning blessing on blessing on blessing on blessing on blessing on blessing. No matter what the storm looks like. Stay blessed. Stay tuned for more. Bye for now.